back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
And what is going on, full-time family? We've got something to talk about. Cub Swanson is set to scrap Shane Burgos this weekend at UFC Ottawa, where he looks to snap a 3-fight losing skid. And ahead of the fight, Cub Swanson spoke with the media, and he talked about his teammate TJ Dillashaw's recent drug test failure for EPO, because a lot of people, when this happened, automatically started looking toward TJ Dillashaw's coaches and teams, like, oh, they must be aware. They were a really close-knit team, it seemed, and so with TJ Dillashaw's training, a lot of people automatically assumed maybe his teammates are involved, and Cub Swanson is letting it be known that is not the case. Cub Swanson spoke with the media, and this is what he had to say. He said, I kind of found out like everybody else. It was quite a shock for me because as far as our team, we have standards and stuff like that about being honest and going through stuff, but he's still a part of our team. It's a decision he made. We forgive him for it. It's unfortunate. Obviously, I didn't like being put in pictures and the whole team being accused of stuff that's not true. He feels terrible about the whole situation, and the talking's been pretty minimal between him and I because I was training for this fight, but we're working past it. I think it did shine a negative light on the team, but people can think what they want. I got drug tested more this camp, which is fine. I'm for more drug testing because I don't do any of that. It doesn't bother me. And I gotta say, man, I actually believe Cub Swanson here. Just because one person fails a drug test, it does not mean all of their teammates are guilty. That's not the case at all. I mean, you see fighters pop all the time, and it's never like, oh, this fighter pops, now his whole team pops. Sometimes fighters fall to the pressure of trying to get a title, trying to win a second belt, trying to set up their family's future, which I do think was the case of TJ Dillashaw. He was trying to drop to a whole new weight class that he hadn't fought at before, and he still had to compete at the highest level. That is a tough task when you think about it, going against an Olympian level wrestler like Henry Cejudo, who's already shown he can fight at the highest level whenever he was able to defeat Demetrius Johnson in the rematch. I mean, Henry Cejudo's the real deal. He's not somebody you can take lightly. Cub Swanson and TJ Dillashaw, they've got different, paths. They're not the same fighter. Cub Swanson, I mean, I don't think he would be where he is right now if he was a guy that decided to cheat the system and use performance-enhancing drugs. I mean, as I pointed out in the beginning of the video, actually, Cub Swanson's currently looking to snap a 3-fight losing skid. That doesn't sound like somebody that's been cheating, and just because his teammate has popped, it's not fair to make accusations with someone like Cub Swanson, but it is understandable. I mean, you got to think TJ Dillashaw, and he's been accused of this for a year or so before it happened by his former teammates. Cody Garbrandt has to come into this because he said over a year ago TJ Dillashaw was showing his teammates at Team Alpha Male how to use steroids. Now, as far as this is concerned, that might be a reason TJ Dillashaw would not make that mistake again. Hey, look, my teammates, I tried to show them how to do this. They snitched on me. Why would I show my next teammates how to do this? So they can snitch on me in the future and I can have a whole new teammate rivalry? So, I mean, there's a lot of layers to this, but I will say this. I believe Cub Swanson is innocent, and I do not think it's fair to accuse all of TJ Dillashaw's teammates of being on something just because he was flagged. But it is, reasonable suspicion. I know I was one of the people, and I didn't even realize Cub Swanson trained with TJ Dillashaw so closely, and like he said, they haven't been recently. But I do know TJ Dillashaw had like a select few fighters, like a closed fight team. Like, you can't even come off the streets and join their fight team. Only a select few professional fighters, I believe, maybe a couple boxers. And so, yeah, it is reasonable to say, hey, if you guys train this closely with TJ Dillashaw, how would you not know? But as Cub Swanson broke it down, we ain't been training together like that. I've had my fight coming up. He had to train for a new weight class. He's the champion. He goes away. you know, for lengths of periods of time. I mean, when you're the champion, you got different obligations, media obligations. You might be going to you got more money to travel, you know, compared to Cub Swanson, who's hasn't been even getting his win bonuses. You think he's doing everything with TJ Dillashaw? Hell no. These are separate fighters. Cub Swanson's legit. With that being said, he's got a great fight coming up, and I'm rooting for him against Shane Burgos. I'm hoping he snaps this skid. It is what it is, man. Let the Full-Time family know what you think in the comments. And also make sure to check the link in the description for the Full-Time family Discord. Just click the link and join so we can keep the conversation going even when there's no new news or no live videos. I'll see you there. It is what it is. Let the Full-Time family know what you think in the comments, and tune in for the Fight Companion tomorrow. Going down, UFC Yankovic, sportsbooth.tv will be there. Be there, be square. It is what it is. Let the Full-Time family know what you think in the comments. I'm out.
Bye, Felicia.